Welcome to Salesforce Data Cloud course. I'm really excited you are here because Data Cloud is one of the most powerful and in-demand skill in the Salesforce ecosystem right now. By the end of this course, you're going to know exactly how it works, not just the theory, but hands-on step by step in a real org. Before we touch a single button, we need to understand the problem that Data Cloud was built to solve. Because if you understand the why, everything else makes a lot more sense. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a customer called Jennifer. Jennifer loves fashion. She visits your website and buys a jacket. That transaction gets recorded in your e-commerce system. The next weekend, Jennifer walks into your store and buys a dress. That gets recorded in your point of sale system. A few days later, Jennifer calls your customer support line. That interaction gets logged in Salesforce CRM. And Jennifer also has your mobile app where she browses and saves favorite. That is tracked in your app analytics database. Now here's the problem. Each of these systems has its own record for Jennifer. To your e-commerce system, she is one person. To, to your point of sale, she has someone different. To CRM, someone else. To your app database, yet another record. Same person, four completely disconnected records. And this has real business consequences. Your marketing team sends Jennifer a promotion for the jacket she already bought because they only see CRM data, not the e-commerce history. Your support agent doesn't know Jennifer is a top spender across all channels because they can only see one system. When you try to calculate Jennifer's lifetime value, you get it completely wrong because you are only seeing a fraction of her activity. This is not a small company problem. This is a problem that every business faces at every scale, and it costs money every day. The answer to this problem is a customer data platform or CDP. A CDP does three things. It collects data from all your sources, unifies it into one complete customer profile per real person, makes that profile available to take action on. Salesforce Data Cloud is Salesforce CDP, and it's built natively on Salesforce platform, which means it integrates seamlessly with everything else in your Salesforce ecosystem. Specifically, Data Cloud ingests data from any source, whether that's a Salesforce CRM, a CSV file, a third-party app, or a streaming API. It takes all of that raw data and resolve identity, figuring out what Jennifer from e-commerce and Jennifer from point of sale and Jennifer from CRM are all the same person. It creates what's called a unified individual, one merge profile representing everything we know about that one real customer. And from there, you can build powerful segments and push them to marketing, sales, and service tools. At this point, a very fair question is, if I already have Salesforce CRM, why do I need Data Cloud? That's exactly the right question to ask. Your CRM is built to record and manage transactions, opportunities, contact cases. It's fantastic at that. But it was built around one source of data. Data Cloud is built to bring in data from multiple sources, massive volumes, and then intentionally and intelligently unify it. They work together. CRM is actually one input into Data Cloud, but they serve very different purpose. Let's walk through end-to-end flow of Data Cloud because this is the mental model you need to hold in your hand throughout this entire course. Data comes in from your various sources through what called as data streams. When that data lands in Data Cloud, it gets stored in a data lake object. Think of these as raw, unprocessed tables of data. Then, through a process called data mapping, you map that raw data to a standard data model using data model objects. This standardizes your data as it speaks a common language. Once your data is standardized, identity resolution runs, comparing records across all your sources and merging them into unified individual profile. From those unified profiles, you can build calculated insights, custom metrics, and scores, and segments, filtered group of customers. And finally, those segments get pushed to destinations like Marketing Cloud through activation. That's the whole flow: ingest, model, unify, analyze, activate. We will go through every single step in this course. Quick pause so we can lock in the key terms before we go further. Data stream, how data gets into Data Cloud. Data lake object or DLO, the raw data as it lands. Data model object or DMO, the standardized map version of your data. Identity resolution, the process of merging duplicate records. Unified individual, one merge profile per real person. Calculated insight, a custom metric of score you built. Segment, a filter group of unified profiles. Activation, the process of sending a segment to a destination system. If these don't fully click yet, that's completely fine. By the time we are done, these will feel like second nature. Throughout this entire course, we are going to build everything together using a fictional company called ShopSphere, a multi-channel fashion retailer that sells clothing, accessories, and footwear. They have 5 data sources that don't currently talk to each other: Salesforce CRM, their e-commerce website, a loyalty program, a mobile app, and in-store point of sale data. Here's an example of their challenge. Take Jennifer Rotridge. In CRM, she is jennifer.rotridge@gmail with phone number 555-234-5678. In e-commerce, she used jennifer.r@email.com. In the loyalty program, jennifer.rotridge@gmail.com, but no phone. In the mobile app, jen.rod@yahoo.com. In POS, back to jennifer.rotridge@gmail.com. To a human, this is obviously one person. To 4 software systems, these are 4 completely different people. Data Cloud will figure this out automatically, and we will show you exactly how. All right, here's the roadmap. We are in section 1 right now. Next, we move into data ingestion, then data modeling, then identity resolution, calculated insight, segmentation, and finally activation. Each section builds differently and directly onto the previous one. So by the time we get to the segmentation, we will have a fully unified, enriched data set to work with. So a quick recap. Data Cloud is Salesforce customer data platform. It solves the fragmented customer data problem that virtually every business faces. The end-to-end flow is ingest, model, unify, analyze, and activate. We are going to build all of these step by step using ShopSphere as an example. Next up, we are going hands-on. We'll set up a free trial or take a complete tour of Data Cloud interface. I'll see you there.